the way Google is kind of surfacing, the results and stuff like that has drastically reduced in terms of usability. There's very low signal in that entire thing. It's very noisy. But Perplexity on the other side, they're trying to say that, and what it also nicely does is it also links it, while it's also summarizing everything, it's also linking to the articles that it's kind of referenced.
Yeah, this was one more thing where we were seeing that how Perplexity, which is AI search engine, obviously, which is talking like why to use Google, use Perplexity as having access to internet. But if you see the whole ecosystem, right? I mean, the investors and people who have been advisors to this company, it's every other big company has invested in this. So do you think these guys will probably replace Google?
I can see a lot of G's also. I can see a lot of G's also there. I think it's more about there's no doubt where so Google search itself was cutting edge tech when it came out, right? It was already like really good when it came out. But now I think this is an attempt to simplify the process, or rather, try to see if another approach to it using, shiny tech could work. Right?
You see the comments very very funny, and I search Perplexity using Google. And the other one says like I'm now using 10 to 12 times a day Perplexity when compared to Google.
No, but right? Have you guys used Perplexity for any of data?
I have.
Right?
I have.
So they are essentially reimagining how the search experience would be, right? Today, I think for some reason, like anything that you search on Google, I think most of the page is kind of just filled with some spam content that doesn't really have anything in it. But that's where I think Perplexity is trying to bring in that user experience differentiator, right? I think there was a time wherein which you wouldn't even look beyond your first or second article on the Google search results page, right?
Maybe the maximum the first.
Yeah, I mean, if you are essentially at like on your second page, you are essentially dead as a company, right? So it was kind of like that, but now it's not so. So the way Google is kind of surfacing, the results and stuff like that has drastically reduced in terms of usability. There's very low signal in that entire thing. It's very noisy. But Perplexity on the other side, they're trying to say that, and what it also nicely does is it also links it, while it's also summarizing everything, it's also linking to the articles that it's kind of referenced. So if you want to go back and look at the source and do a better job at understanding that yourself, like it's you can do that.
That's what every other browser search engine will do over a period of time. Let's say even Google's Gemini, that's also supposed to do the same thing. There's the new thing that they announced. Probably go a step further and probably also answering the.
It's more like a first mover advantage, right? I think Perplexity was the first to kind of reimagine the entire UX, right? And
Google has your data. They know what you like, what you don't like, how many times you order food in Zomato, what kind of things you searched earlier.
Yeah.
So they have all the.
This may not be only about how good a search Perplexity has, right? It may also be about accessibility, right? Like you must have heard that I think Google pays Apple so that on Safari Google is the default search engine.
Search engine. I mean, the Firefox thing.
Places, like the guy said that I use Google. Yeah. The guy said, somebody who commented said that I used Google to search Perplexity. So it's become like such a innate action for us, right? Like it's not, we don't even think, like you would by default do it only via Google, right? So Perplexity coming,
it's like if I want to check my internet connection is working, I probably hit google.com first, like, or Google chal raha hai to fine.
Yeah, it needs to be in like, so it needs to start being on your phones, on everywhere, right? So it's more of I mean, even if it is very good, even if it's 10 times better, if they don't ace that, I don't think it's going to work.